Hi everyone, Chris here on my channel. Today is March 9th of 2017. I'm going to give you a little surprise just for you for this remaining of this video. Last week, I demonstrated and tested my Sony SQ decoder SQ-1000 Quadraphonic decoder featuring an SQ matrix. And it sounds really good. It looks very nice, but it's a pretty good darn quadraphonic sound. You get like 2-channel, 4-channel, surround sound, everything. I also tested this one. I also tested the movies and other home theater devices that could be used as a home theater system. But using the Dolby Digital and the whole thing, you can see it's on the top. There's the box. You can see there's a Dolby Digital matrix. Of course, that connects it right to this SQ. But this isn't interesting enough. But this is not even logic. But it's not the case whatsoever. So about a week later, when after I did my last video, I got another one off of eBay, and this is what I end up getting. Take a look at this. Yep. You're looking at the Electro-Voice EVX-4 Quadraphonic Stereo 4 decoder. And this is the one I added This is the one I added to this to the decoder. Look at this. This is an EVX4 decoder from Electro-Voice. And you can see here's the master gain control. There's your volume, which is volume. And it's got source decode, and tape monitor. And this is actually stereo 4, but what they call quadraphonic, it's called stereo 4. So I hooked it up directly to this thing right over here. I'm going to show you the back. And here it is. And this is yeah, look at this. You know, the problem is the RCA cables. It doesn't look right because what happened was it's too much space to connect this thing to this thing. I mean, come on. Don't we have enough space to widen up the cables? Look at this. It doesn't even fit the look at this. Look at all the RCA cables. I hooked it up directly. It doesn't even look like the other one doesn't. The later ones don't fit. So I actually use with vintage cables. It's got some nice wood grain. I know. I'm just a little bit of rant here because Electro-Voice had this thing because of this stupid thing. It looks like you tried to fit there. It doesn't even fit. That is just a waste of space, because that's a waste of space when you hooked it up to this thing. And you can hear here's your connection. So I want to show you something. It's got the input. It's got your tape in. This one's for the tape recorder. There's your tape out, tape in. There's your front and rear outputs. Connected to the it's connected to the 4-channel. You can see here in a moment. Let's hold on for a second. It connects right to the 4-channel input to the Electro-Voice. Yeah, I couldn't reach in this thing because camera is a little backed away. Here you go. There you go. I hooked it up directly, and I tried testing this very well. It looks really nice, but of course, yeah, it's got a couple of the other one has a little bit of minor flaws, but it works great. But I actually added the other decoder with the SQ decoder, and yeah, there's actually other things you can try to use with your quadraphonic. It actually has the front and rear outputs on the back. This one is for the front and rear outputs. This one is actually for the 4-channel inputs. But I tested it. It looks really well. It does well done. It actually deserves a really nice thing for the for the speakers, and this is actually for the quadraphonic system. Well, it's a test of time, but of course, as you probably know, Electro-Voice EVX-4 is one of the very first quadraphonic decoders in existence. This is a very early one. This is from the early 70s. I believe it was 70 or 71. This was when quadraphonic was in its infancy, I think. And this was when quadraphonic got underway in the early 70s, when they introduced it to the world of quadraphonic. And then there was actually in this one, it was actually using the EV4 matrix. But by 1972, when Columbia CBS Records added another matrix, what they called as SQ, and that's CBS Records did put that out. Yes?
Do you want your money or not?
I'm getting the money. Okay, hold on just a second. All right, I'm sorry. I apologize for the wait here, because I know I was trying to get the money or whatever that is, but or whatever dumb reason that is. Okay, get back onto the thing. By 1972, Columbia CBS Records introduced to the world as SQ Matrix. CBS at the time created a matrix system known as SQ. It's where you can play quadraphonic records on a stereo system, and this was also one of the best of the surround sound format. And there was actually QS and CD4, the other two matrix systems that was actually encoded with the system. But that never caught on until probably the late 70s, when towards the end of the quadraphonic run, by the end of the 1970s, and that was it. It didn't sell well, and it failed miserably in the long run, and because they're trying to compete with stereo systems, and the whole thing, the companies are trying to compete them, but by the end of the 70s, it finally died. Quadraphonic finally died out. But today you got Dolby Digital, surround sound. Well, we can watch DVDs or anything like that. And this is what happened last time when I made a video about this historic thing about quadraphonic. Okay, enough said. Let's get to other things, shall we? So I don't want to go into any copyright issues from things, because I'm not going to show clips from the actual movies, or I'm going to play a little portion of it. So I like to see how this thing works, because I like to try out some of the movies that I want to show you guys to enjoy. I give it a little chance here, because the Tinkerbell movie. I'm gonna play a little audio clip from Tinkerbell, the movie. Yeah, the movie, it was alright, but not really good. I mean, I think Peter Pan was a good Disney film, but Tinkerbell, I know out of the franchise, it's just terrible. I don't know. I watched this thing. It wasn't that bad, but it was good in the long run. But I don't really care. It's a Disney direct-to-video movie. I really don't understand. Tinkerbell was okay, but at first, but then it got a little bit worse after a whole bunch of sequels being put out. Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue, and Tinkerbell. I know that there was a fourth movie. I forgot the name. It's The Secret of the Wings and The Pirate's Ferry. I think there were 5 movies in the franchise. I really don't understand with the Disney fairies, and there were characters in there. It's kind of like a prequel to Peter Pan. Yeah, I think the first one, it's sort of like a prequel to Peter Pan. I'm not sure. I don't know why it doesn't look like it's a prequel, I think, of Tinkerbell in his early beginnings. I don't know. But anyways, let's get to basics here, shall we? There's a video that I want to show you guys. Let's play a clip.
You've arrived at the most wondrous and glorious time.
Really? What?
Why, it's almost time for the changing of the seasons. You see, here in Dixie Hall, there are different rails for every time of year. Well, there's one up ahead.
Oh, I just want to pause a little bit here because let's go to the speakers here. I'm sorry, I just want to pause the video right now. Here we go. Okay. Let's cut this thing in and see what happens. I've got this channel to put it in here. Alright, I switched to channel 1.
For my favorite season, springtime.
Get along, little sparkling, and dip.
Come on, Miss. You've got to see where we live. There's so much to show you.
I switched it to 4-channel tape. It's on the tape mode. Yeah, I apologize for that. This receiver needs some cleaning.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, the volume control needs to be, the pots needs to be cleaned.
Watch out for falling maple seeds. Twig for an axle? Clank, I told you it took a 7. Oh, you said 5. I said 7. Oh, Clank.
That was great.
So you see, Miss Bell, we help fairies of every talent with our creations.
Unfortunately, all those fairies are out of luck this year. Unless they're actually to do things to them. The wagon repairs are finished, I trust.
Yeah, you can hear the voice acting. You hear echoing in the background. I don't know why this is happening, because this is the movie we're watching is Tinkerbell. You can hear how the audio, it cuts the audio out because if you don't hear actual vocals or voice acting in there. It does sound like it. You hear the echo. And then the music is kept playing.
Excuse me. I mean, Tinkers help fairies of every talent too, so we're kind of the same, you know?
But this is how the audio goes.
I make forces of nature. You make pots and kettles. I work up in the sky, and you work down in a ditch. Hey, oh, don't get me wrong, Sunshine. Being a tinker is really swell. I wouldn't brag about your pot. It's not like spring depends on you.
Of course it does. I'll prove just how important we are.
When who?
Yeah, you could go to the 4-channel mode, but here's your little ability to show you. There's the source decode 4, tape decode 4, and tape monitor 2. And there's your master gain control, or shall I say volume. Yeah, I have an ability to switch it to 4-channel. Oh yes, there is an ability you could switch the monitor from source to tape. Yeah, if you switch to tape, it cuts off the audio, which goes to a tape deck, or whatever you call it. It goes to the source.
I've never heard of someone switching talents before. She's right. Me neither.
Yeah, and there you go. Enough of that, because I'm not going to get a copyright issue from there. And yeah, I just want to tell you that this is amazing. If you love this thing, just this is a very nice looking unit decoder. I hooked it up directly to this 4-channel thing. This is a stereo, like the stereo 4. It goes into the 4-channel tape mode, and then there's your ambient and 2-channel. You can go to the tape monitor. You can go to 2-channel. And if you go to the SQ mode, and that's where you can get like maybe stereo quadraphonic, and that's where you can see it's set at SQ setting. And there's actually another one of these. I have seen it before. I don't have a speaker, and that completes the whole setup of my quadraphonic setup, because this is the SQ decoder and the Electro-Voice EVX-4, and that's a pretty good, interesting way to hook up your stereo system, to hook it up to your home theater system. You can enjoy movies while you watch, and grab a popcorn, and you're on with it. So you can get like better sound, a better bass unit, and this is amazing that how sounds better than in quad. So anyways, and that was the Electro-Voice EVX-4. A good demonstration to show you, just to give you a little test here, but just for a reminder that this is for demonstration purposes only, because like I said before, Seberg's Rock used to say that this is for demonstration only, but I don't want to get YouTube to get in copyright or something from Disney, which they owns the movie Tinkerbell. So I was trying to play, this is for demonstration only, but just to give it a little sample here, this is actually a great thing, because quadraphonic is very much more like they did in today's world of surround sound, or whatever they call it. So that's it. I got one more thing to say before we make an announcement for my final segment that I'm going to be talking about, and which is coming up right now. All right, we're back on the computer here once again. And it's time to make a further announcement. But now we take care of my demonstration of these 2 quadraphonic decoders that I just got. We're going to make a bigger announcement to make that this is going to be one major change for my channel. And for those of you who have watched it, or if you have new followers here, well, it's great to meet you. Welcome. And let's get to a swing of things. We gotta do a little bit of housekeeping here. So let's get this thing out of the way. And we're gonna be talking about a major announcement. Yeah, I'm not kidding. This is a major announcement. We're gonna show you in just a second. And for those of you who came to me on YouTube, and for those of you who've watched it, or if you have new friends or new followers on YouTube, well, we've hit the mark for like many subscribers. There are like 400 or 500 subscribers. And I know we'll thank you for all these other people who just came to YouTube here. So there's going to be one major change for this announcement. For this change, let's go back to 5 years ago. You see this name right there? That's what they call it, the Music Radio 77 television network. And there's something's going on here in the community, because what happened was the name, because of the username, Music Radio 77 was named after WABC as a top 40, when it was top 40 radio. when they paid tribute to Top 40 Radio, and guess what? They're having some legal issues here because what happened was the name Music Radio 77 was lifted from the old WABC tribute site. And you can tell the name. Yep, you can see there's a domain name as musicradio77.com. And yep, you can see there's the WABC tribute site. It was run by the guy named Alan Sniffen. He hosted that Rewound Radio. He runs Rewound Radio and all that stuff. And he used to do the board reflections thing. So, back in the past. And then there's actually a reference to the name Music Radio 77 or everything, WABC or Music Radio 77, whatever you call it. And there's like everywhere in my usernames and all this stuff. They could get in legal trouble right now. I don't know. And what are they referring to as music radio? Well, by my knowledge, it belongs to a website. Yeah, it talks about Music Radio 77 and all the stuff, and yeah, they're referencing on my message on one of those message boards in the past, right before YouTube's existence. I had nicknamed it as Music Radio 77, but because what happened was there's just legal issues. And there were like audio clips from air checks from Dan Ingram and Cousin Brucey or anything like that. It was referencing Music Radio 77 or whatever they call it. Well, my guess is what not. Well, after 15 years or after been like 15, 20 years when I was joining on message boards before I came to YouTube, prior to joining YouTube, I just think, well, we're gonna change. It's time for us to change. Well, after a 15-year run, I think I decided to get, as a username, from a username's point of view, I decided to move on. I don't know, but this is what was referencing WABC's history. It was a top 40 radio station in New York, has become part of a history. Well, that's just another story. I think they're going to sue this thing because what happened was at the time when WABC went talk in 1982, which brought music radio to an end. You know, it's been there since 1961 and 82. I don't know, they had a blast with so many New York jocks like Dan Ingram, Ron Lundy, Bruce Morrow, and Chuck Leonard, and a few other people who are part of the history. What you're referring to is what the name Music Radio 77 was meant to be. Well, it's been all over message boards and everything that had a username on it. That could get into a legal battle here. So it's been a lot of confusing time when they're referencing Music Radio 77 or anything like that. I'm going to play a portion of an audio clip from Dan Ingram promoting the Music Note sticker.
WABC Music Note stickers. Put them on something you own.
Put them on someone you love.
I'm going to put my WABC music sticker on my car.
I'll put it on my hot hat.
On my typewriter. I'll put mine on my pants.
On my bicycle.
I like to put my WABC music sticker on my notebook.
WABC Music Note stickers, available free. If you tell us where you put them, we'll enter you in the big prize drawings. Get your free WABC Music Note sticker and prize coupon at participating Grand Union supermarkets, Wetson's Hamburger restaurants, 7-Eleven stores, Photomat drive-thrus, Dairy Queen, or Kentucky Fried Chicken. No obligation.
The music's on us on WABC.
That was Dan Ingram promoting the Music Note stickers. That was back in 1974 when they gave it away. Music Note stickers, you could stick it in your TV, stick it in your radio, stick it in any place you wanted. Well, they don't do that anymore these days. But now, thanks to the internet, you had to find Music Note stickers on eBay or whatever that cost very expensive at the time when WABC was top 40. You could put stickers on pants, jeans. They can put stickers on everything. Everything. Well, enough said. Let's get back to it. Yes, yeah, you heard Danny referencing music radio or the music is on us or something like that. Well, you think, well, it's time for a change right now. I know. Yeah, because I don't want the username to be legally issues because of what happens when you take this old friend of the name, the full name of what they call Music Radio 77 Television Network. I started this since late 2012. I did not make videos until 2013. And I can't believe this. This is what the thing is all about. WABC and Music Radio 77, those were like two different ways as what they used to be a top 40 radio station at its time. But unfortunately, the company, the network, is just completely not worth getting because it's time for us to make the name change for this announcement. So now that Music Radio 77 television network is going to be gone, so I decided to give it a new name. About 2 or 3 days ago, I made this announcement. I made a decision for coming up with a name because of the new name change and what is going on or whatnot, whatever. After I seen videos of stuff like that, but unfortunately, I give up with this name because Music Radio 77 is done because we will never do it again because of referencing WABC's past or history behind the music station WABC. But it's time for us to change. Well, it's time for us for a really big change. So now, as of this announcement, all I gotta say is this. Music Radio 77 television network is now becoming a new thing. And this is what we're about to see right now in a moment. This is going to be for the name change, of course. Music Radio 77 television network, this will be the last time you'll ever see it again. So now, here's the new thing. Music Radio 77 television network is now becoming something even better. And you're about to see it right now. MTN. MTN. That's right. I took all the initials from using the name, from the full name into initials. MTN. MTN stands for Music Radio 77 Television Network. And that's what the full name is all about, but now it's MTN. But don't worry, we will never get sued ever again because of court battle. So now, for now, MTN is going to be better than the full name. And this is an exciting brand new look at the new logo. Yet the logo will still be the same. The MTN lettering, it looks pretty good, but it's nicely done. It's MTN, and then I came up with a name, MTN Productions. That's the name, MTN Productions. And that's going to be the full enterprises of what we know for my YouTube channel. Because of the new change, I will still be hosting the 4 o'clock game, the nightlife show, and Chris Sings, and many more on my channel. We'll do it entirely the same, but we'll do the same show as well, like for the new channel, the new name. And of course, as of right now, yesterday I started making the new logo for MTN, and of course it worked. And guess what? Music Radio 77 is now MTN Productions. And that's all I got to say about that for this announcement. So for those of you who have new followers, just swing on by to my YouTube channel. You'll see the new name, and of course the new name changes and everything like that. I will work on doing new animation and all that stuff for the MTN logo. And of course there's going to be more things to come where it came from. Okay? There you go. That's the important announcement. Music Radio 77 Television Network is now MTN Productions. If you like them, tell us what you think. Rate, subscribe to my channel, and you're good to go. So I'll please let you know, and we'll keep you posted as soon as possible. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, and that ends our video for today. And I hope you all enjoyed my other video of my demonstration of the Electro-Voice EVX-4 decoder from the early 1970s. Don't worry, we'll have some more sometime in the near future. We'll be on my future videos. We'll be doing a lot of stuff to have fun with the SQ decoder. So I'll work on that sometime in the near future. So anyways, that closed for another episode. And for today, until the next time, this is Chris, and I will see you again later. Take care and bye for now.